Hey everyone, this is Lisa from Happytohook Creations. It's still pretty dark outside. It's kind of weird. Anyway, today is Monday morning. It is the 23rd of October, and I wanted to get on here to talk about my craft show that happened on this past Saturday, the 21st. So I hope everyone's having a good start to your day. Hope you had a great weekend. Hi to all my subscribers. Oh my gosh, you guys just keep coming, and you know what? And that does my heart good. So thank you for that. I've had a lot of new subscribers. You guys have reached out to me. You're so welcome to my channel, and I am just so grateful for you for sticking around and watching my channel. And I'm hoping you're sharing and you're getting something out of it. If you're especially if you crochet and like yarn like I do. Anyway, let me take a sip. Guys, this is my last, I have other coffee, okay? But this is my last pod of my Hawaiian coffee that was sent from Naomi when we did a swap. And then yesterday I had my last cup from when Connie, yes, I had to think about this. I'm like, yeah, they always send me coffee for my birthday. Well, not always, but the last couple of years they've been doing all right. And it was like a double donut variety pack, and it had chocolate and hazelnut and French toast. And so I'm out. And that's okay. I mean, it saddens me a little bit. It's really good. So, that Hawaiian, it was like, what was it? Something macadamia. It was macadamia nut something or other. It was really good. They're all really good. I mean, I love a good robust coffee, and then I like flavored coffees as well. Because even if the coffee doesn't have any flavor, I use flavored cream. Let me turn this off, because if I don't, the notifications are gonna keep coming. Okay, there. Anyway, this is not about coffee. Let me get another sip so I can get wide and awake and let you know what happened. Oh, and it's good and hot too. All right, guys. So, before we get started, if today's your birthday, woo, the 23rd, there's only 8 days left in this month. Isn't that nuts? But if it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you both. Have a wonderful day. I hope that you spend it with people who love you and are surrounded by people whom you love. Have fun, have cake, eat that cake, man. I can't stress that enough. Life's too short, eat the cake. You gotta like cake first. Eat the pastry. Whatever your sweet tooth wants for that day, have it. You've earned it, you deserve it. Do it. Okay, so my brother, let's see, today's the 23rd. So on the day of my craft show, the 21st, one of my little brothers, I've got 4, but one of my little brothers, Robert, his birthday was Saturday, and he is 54 now. 54. He's our most productive brother. And I say that because he has like 11 children. It's all in good fun. 11 kids, and he's got, I think now he's up to 3 grandchildren. So, yeah. 54. Oh, my goodness gracious. I tell you. They're getting up there. How is it that they're getting older and I'm just kind of staying same old me? Okay, I'm done. Anyway, so Saturday was good. We were in, okay, so let me backtrack. I was asked to do this one because I've been doing what's called Autumn on the Boulevard, and that's located in Williamsville, which is about a 45-minute drive from where I live. It's close to Springfield, Illinois. So this one, I do that one. I've done that one every year for the last 3 years in a row. I will be doing that one next year as well. So the same lady, Brenda, first name's Brenda. She is the one that organizes the events. So they had somebody drop out, and she asked me if I wanted to get into this one, and this was around August. And I'm like, or not August. The trash people are here. the end of September, because Autumn on the Boulevard was on the 11th or something. It was whatever that weekend was, maybe the 9th. So a few weeks later, she asked me, she sent me an email, and I said, well, I said, it's not outside, is it? Because I was just coming off of the one that I left early. She said, nope, it's inside a building. It's our old train depot in Williamsville. I'm like, oh, okay. If I'm going to be inside, then yeah, I said I'm in. So we arrived. We had to leave the house at 6. So we got up at 5:30 in the morning. I took my 2 grandchildren, Jordan and Cameron, with me. They're my setup crew sometimes when Abby's got to work. And she had to work, so she couldn't go with me. But we got everything set up. But the old depot was not, it's not a really big building. I mean, it's a depot. It's a very small town. So there was only 4 vendors in there. That included myself. So there was a lady directly across from me. There was a lady and her mom, and she had one of her children with her, a 5-month-old. So adorable. To the left of me. And then a lady and her sister in the corner. So I had it wasn't like a square. It was more like a rectangle. Because I had my stuff kind of spread out a little bit. I'm sure you'll see the picture because I'll put it on here. So even though the space was small, this was the 24th annual Christmas in the Village, I think is what they call it. So it was the 24th one. So, you know, they had it in 3 different buildings. So they had it at one of the old banks, which was like I could see it out of the window where I was at. They also had their community center across the street, and then the old depot. So they were all within walking distance, and each person, you know, Brenda was like, as soon as somebody comes in, remind them that we have vendors in the bank and we have vendors in the community center. So that's what we did. Now, I don't even know if he is watching, but I just want to do a shout out to the coffee shop. And one of the owners, his name is Seth. He came in to make sure that we were doing okay and brought us all free coffee, which I thought was amazing. So thank you, Seth, for that. Even if you're not watching, someone probably is. I always give my cards out. Someone's going to check it out. So if you know Seth, please make sure to let him know how grateful I was for that cup of coffee. It really did help me. Okay, so so I've got my list here. I don't fill it out all the way. It says craft show tracker. So at the craft show at the top, I put a Williamsville right here. And then it was a $40 fee to get in. Now, I did not list everything that I took. What I did was just list some of the main items that I know I would sell. This was a winter show. You know, it's their Christmas thing. So a lot of people had Christmas themes there. I had one stocking that I had made from Yarnspirations, and that was due to a donation that I received last year. I think it was Teresa. I am not 100%, so don't quote me on that. But whoever it was, or not last year, the year before, I believe, she sent like 2 boxes of Christmas stockings, and we were able, and by we, I mean everyone in my department, they were able to give just about every child a handmade crocheted stocking for Christmas. It was awesome. So she said, well, I got this off of Yarnspirations. So I did go on the Yarnspirations, made my first stocking, and it was wonky. I don't know if I showed it to you guys. That's weird. Oh well. I sold it, so but if I remember, I'll put the link to the Yarnspirations stocking in the description box below. It's easy to make, and you can have so much fun with it, you know, color wise and everything. It's pretty cool. So it's definitely worth checking out. So I did take dishcloths. I didn't put that many on the table. I put all of my monsters on the table, my pumpkins, my Lovey stand was right in front of the table, or like kind of at an angle. I took my dresses and my boho vests and all of that. So, and it, you know, it brought in a lot of attention. People who were looking. I was the only one in there who had crocheted handmade items, or handmade crocheted items. I don't know why I said that, guys. If it's crocheted, of course it's handmade. I don't know. Let me have another sip of coffee. I gotta wake up. I'm serious. So anyway, three of us had, or all of us had pumpkins. Yeah, all of us had pumpkins, but mine were crocheted. The rest were like material, sewn pumpkins. And they were small, cute little small ones. And the lady next to me was selling hers for $1.50. And you know, you saw my pumpkins that I made. I sold those for $10. I only sold one. I had 6 made up and a little one. So the little ones were 5 and the bigger ones were 10. So I sold one pumpkin. But I was, you know, I was happy. I was excited because I'd never made that before. I didn't think anybody was going to want one anyway. So I think I did all right. So what I did, instead of listing, back to what I was saying, item description, I just listed the items that I sold. But I did put, so there's a spot right here, how many you took, like items or number stocked, number sold, gross profit, sale price, you know, cost to produce. I don't ever, this is just for me personally. I do this all the time, so I know how much they are. But this craft show tracker is available for free on Pinterest. So I will get the link. I will put it in the description box below for you guys. So this show, like I said, it costs $40 to get in. If I haven't said it, I was thinking it. $40 to get in. I took 20 loveys with me, and I sold 4 loveys. 13 monsters were what I had in my stock. I sold 7, and they all were glow in the dark. Oh my gosh. Okay. Pause. I had the cutest brothers that came in. If I had to guess, the older brother maybe 8, and the younger one 5, 6 years old. So they're just over there and they're just squeezing like it's squeezing the monsters like it's a stress ball or something. And he says, these are really cool. And I said, you know what's really cool about those? They glow in the dark. And he says, no way. I said, yes, they really do. So I look at the picture on my phone. I find it and I show it to him. And he goes, Mom. He's like tugging on her jacket. Mom, I gotta get one of these. So she bought one for each boy. They immediately go to the bathroom, which was just down the hall. I mean, so it is a small building. So they went down there, and I'm just hearing them making all these sounds like, whoa, that's awesome, or whatever. And then they come back, and he says, you know what? It does glow in the dark. Oh, kids are just, they are just the greatest. I'm telling you. So cute. And he had the biggest blue eyes, I'm telling you. And like really light, not like a platinum blonde, but his hair was like really blonde. And he reminded me of my nephew, Michael. When Michael was little, he's got reddish blonde hair now, but he is Jack's sister's youngest son. And oh my gosh, when he was a baby, it was like looking at Michael. He's in his 30s now, but that little boy was just full of energy and so excited about his glow in the dark ghost. And one got a ghost, the other one got a monster. Just adorable, I'm telling you. It was so great. Those things like that, I like to remember because it's like the highlight of my day. I love selling stuff, but it's the people. It's the people that make it worth it. Okay, so like I said, I sold 7 monsters. I took 20 pom hats, pom-pom hats. Just, I had such a variety of them, from TikTok beanies to, oh, what was that? I think it was a firefly beanie. I had a pattern that was gifted to me from Z of, Zelda NRJ3. She gifted me another one, but that is for a whole nother, oh my gosh, we're going to talk. But I sold 2 pom hats. So when we got there, it was kind of chilly. It was probably 50-ish degrees. It started at 8 o'clock and ended at 3. But by the time it ended, it was really windy outside. So what was it, like 68 degrees? So it wasn't too bad. So I was happy to even sell a hat because you never know how that's going to go. Even though it's cold, some people just don't want to buckle down and buy one. So I did sell 2 pom-pom hats. And as I stated earlier, I sold 1 pumpkin. If you saw if you're new to my channel and you haven't, because I know most of you have seen it because you've made comments on it, but I make Gingy hats as well, and Grinch hats and Shrek hats. So I was making Gingy hats for a couple of orders that I'd had last week. And when I did my Frog It or Finish It video, I showed you guys the Gingy hat. So I took 3 of those with me and I sold all 3 of them. So it's kind of crazy. I took my Shrek hat, which sold. I only had 1 made up, so I wasn't about to make any more, because this show was probably the first time I've sold a Shrek hat in about 2 years. Usually I usually have like 1 or 2, you know, in stock. I had this one and someone bought it. Someone also bought my Grinch hat, the one that I showed you that I had just a little bit of green at the bottom with my new tags on them. I only took 1 and I sold it. The headbands that I've been making, that we've been talking about doing a tutorial on, I sold 2 of those. I took 10. I also took 10 knitted ear warmers that Abby has been making. They're like, I had this, I forgot this one, but they're like this, different colors. So we had one that was red on one side and white on the other. That one sold. And then we had another one that had this really pretty, it was an I love this yarn, but I couldn't tell you the color. It was variegated. Oh, maybe it was cottonwood or something. I don't know. Anyway, it was different shades of brown. And when you put it on the knitting machine, it made this really cool design. I sold that one as well. 1 messy bun hat. I took 3 messy bun hats. So I did sell 1 of those. And then I sold 2 divine hats. And that doesn't seem like, let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 22, 20. So I sold 24 items. There was a lot of times when it was slow and the kids and I got my phone out and played Heads Up. That's such a fun game if you haven't played it. It's pretty fun, especially with the children. But yeah, so it was $40 to get in. At the top it says I made $345 minus the $40 fee, so $305 from 8 to 3. We were not busy the whole time. We probably had about, usually like 30 minutes, I think, most, or at the most, that we didn't have somebody in our building, but it was pretty consistent. So that was good. Some of them just looked around, saw what they had. I had a lady that came back. We got to talking about a crocheted fidget item. So what she does is she was looking for marbles, but she said she found wooden balls or knobs or something that she put inside. She makes 2 panels, 2 hexagons actually, 2 hexagons. She sews them all up till she's got just a little bit of an opening. She puts 2 or 3 of those little wooden balls in there and then cinches it up. And that way, so like if the kids are holding it, they can move the balls around. So her daughter is a special ed teacher, and she says that she asked her mom to make her one. She made her one just to see if, you know, if it was going to be something that the kids were going to be interested in. And she said that they were. So, you know, we talked for a few minutes. It's great when there's someone else who understands and loves the craft of crocheting like you do. And if you're a knitter, I'm sure you feel the same way about people who knit. So we talked. Her husband was there. He was very patient, and they were each talking with me, and, you know, like how long I'd crocheted or I'd been crocheting and stuff. And then like 20 minutes before the show ended, she came back, you guys, and she brought me the pattern. She said, I just wanted to show you this. And I said, can I take a picture of that? So she let me take a picture of the pattern. She had it in a little sleeve, which I thought was so wonderful. She's a very, very nice lady. Her name was Sharon. So thanks again. I don't even know if she watches this, but that was just really sweet. You know, to go from talking, and then she decided to come back. So Williamsville's a small town. I have no idea if she lived far or whatever, but she came back and she let me take a picture of that pattern. And I am going to make that because we've got, we have rooms at our building for our clients, and that would keep the kids. I mean, I think that would be kind of fun. So, I gave her my card because she's going to let me know where she bought the little wooden balls that she puts in, that she puts inside the little pouch. So I thought that was just really sweet. So anyway, it was a good show. So I've stated this earlier. I've had a lot of you guys asking me about what I expect to sell, like money-wise, when I go to a craft show. So let me tell you. Because I feel like my situation is a little bit different. And I'll tell you, the reason I say that is the lady that was directly across from me was a 76-year-old woman who did, like, she made buttons, she sold earrings and, you know, other things at her table, stickers, and that is her livelihood. So she may be getting retirement money. I don't know. We didn't discuss that. But she's 76 years old. She said she had recently retired last year, and this is what she does to help pay her bills, right? So, and what I plan on doing with my crocheting, I'm going to always crochet. If we end up moving out of this state, I will always have my Etsy shop, hopefully, that people can go and buy items that I make. So I'm fortunate in that aspect because, you know, I don't have to like close my shop and move it somewhere else. It can stay exactly where it is because it's online. Plus, I work a full-time job. So, you know, I average about 44 hours every week because I travel 3 of those days. So for me personally, I crochet because number one, I absolutely love doing it. I love to see my items going anywhere or being purchased by people. It's still like amazing to me. I've been doing it for a few years now. It's just such an awesome feeling when you sell something that you've made. But until I retire, right now, I expect to make, number one, my fee back. And then anything that I make over that, I just think I'm like, what a blessing. So some craft shows, I barely make what I put in it, barely. Sometimes just perfect example, this craft show that was outside that I was like, I'm not staying any longer. This is ridiculous. And I left. I sold 2 items. That was enough to pay for my fee. And I packed it up and I was out. So my expectations are, if I sell something, great. If I don't, I just might not do that show again. If it wasn't busy, whatever the circumstances are. So for me, yeah, that's how it is. But there are people that I've met that like want to spend or want to make like $1,000. Sometimes you're just not going to do that because you don't know, especially if you're new to that event, those expectations are not realistic in my opinion, because you just don't want to put that on yourself. Not everybody's going to want your product. They're not going to want what you're selling, right? So I just try to go in there with the mindset that, you know what, if I just make my feedback, that's good. I know it's taken my time, but if I make my feedback and then whatever I make after that, that's all profit, right? So that's my mindset. I was just like, I'm just grateful that I get to do it. You know, I cut down a lot, as you guys know, from doing craft shows because it is a lot of work and I do work a full-time job, but that might change when Jack and I finally retire, which is 2 years and 6 months. It's getting close. So, we'll see what happens. But for those of you who are doing this because, it is your livelihood and it helps you to pay your bills, my best advice to you is before you sign up for an event, ask around and see how it did the last time. At the same, around the same time, if it's like an annual thing, if it's a first time event, that makes a big difference. To me anyway. I think, that like the one I did outside that I left early, I'd never done that one before. I won't be going back because it was up on a hill. You had to go up, you had to, like turn off of the road onto a parking lot and then into the grass to where your tent was. And I'm like, no, I don't like that at all. I didn't like that part either. So, like I said, it's a hit or miss, guys. It's a hit or miss. Just do your work. I can't stress that enough. Do your homework. Find out where it's located and everything, and if it's even worth going to, because it just might not be. This was a good event. I've already told her I'll be back next year, as long as it doesn't, you know, mess up any of the other events that I usually do. Because, you know, the dates are always changing a little bit. Now, October, I don't do a lot in October. This was a first for me. But the outside events that I usually do, the one that I did in Forsyth, or that I didn't even go to because it was raining and cold, I think I'm done with that. I think outside events for October are a no-go for me. I'm just not impressed. So, yeah, I don't care how busy they are. It's just a waste of my time. I've got other things that I can do on the weekend, like spend time with my boo-boos. Yesterday was a good family day. We went out to lunch. It was wonderful. So again, just make sure that it's something you do want to do. You don't want to waste your time, and you don't want to be out any money. So do your homework. This craft show tracker. I've been using this for a while. And like I said, I found it on Pinterest. So if I forget to put it down there, you guys make me accountable. Say, Lisa, where's the link? Hello. And I'll put it on there. I got to get out of here because my phone's already blowing up and I might have a client soon. So I better get off here. I know I chatted quite a bit. I do apologize for that. But I hope it helps. I mean, if you have any questions and if you think I can answer them, happytohook@gmail.com. Hit me up. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you when I see you. Happy hooking, everyone. Bye-bye.